times over the last 4 years, Kyiv's Independence Square has witnessed the passion of Ukrainian politics. From the Orange Revolution in 2005 to last year's parliamentary standoff. But this time around it saw a rather unusual form of protest. Girls from the famine youth movement decided to say their no to the country's political turmoil by mud wrestling in the heart of Ukrainian capital.
We say no to early election. The country is tired of politicians' lies.
And they're not the only ones protesting against any possible election. After President Yushchenko dissolved the Rada and called an early ballot for the 7th of December, it seemed most of the political fraternity in Ukraine were resigned to going along with it. But not Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko. In the course of the last week, the Iron Lady of Ukrainian politics challenged Yushchenko's decree in court without success. Experts believe Tymoshenko in fact had no real chance of succeeding.
Our president has broken the law many times, but now he is acting according to the constitution. Tymoshenko understands everything very well, and her activity is pre-election behavior. She sets herself up as a person who tries to save the so-called democratic coalition. You shouldn't think that she is trying to do something but can't succeed. She knows very well that she will never succeed.
The political turmoil in Ukraine takes place amid the world market crisis. Many say that $80 million worth of spending on an early ballot is a luxury Kiev cannot afford just now. Something Tymoshenko has used as the main argument in her anti-election struggle. In a televised address to the nation, the Prime Minister expressed confidence that the ballot will not be held and that all parties must unite because the financial collapse is already knocking on the country's door.
I call for creation of a wide coalition of all parties in parliament. We will reform the government to help Ukraine fight the consequences of the world market crisis. Every fraction of this coalition will have its most professional representatives in the government.
The Prime Minister was expecting leaders of all the parties at a round-table meeting on Monday at midday, but only the communist leader Petr Simonenko and several deputies from the Yulia Tymoshenko bloc turned up. The Party of Regions, Our Ukraine and the bloc of Litvin all said Tymoshenko's proposal wouldn't work.
This venture didn't surprise me at all. Yulia Tymoshenko should have created a faction long before.
The reaction of the president. Yushchenko said it will be the National Security and Defense Council that will deal with the crisis, not the government. At the same time, he suspended his decree and prolonged the work of the Rada, given time to pass several anti-crisis laws.
In order to better prepare for the election, I have made a decision to postpone the vote until December 14, 2008. The decree about the early election has not been fulfilled by either the government nor the Prime Minister. It will be extremely hard to find support of all political forces. I am convinced that this election will help us overcome the political crisis.
Tymoshenko says her party will abstain from political infighting. But it's now hard to say how the Iron Lady will use the additional time given by the president. For weeks, Tymoshenko has been trying to reassure the nation, saying that the world market crisis has not hit Ukraine just yet. Now she has changed the angle and warns of an upcoming fallout of the financial system unless politicians start to act. But for both experts and people in the streets, it seems unclear whether this is a real concern or just another one of the Prime Minister's attempts to hold on to her seat. Alexei Roshevsky.